What's up, guys? Maestro Megatron here. Welcome back to the damn channel. Hope you guys had a fantastic, great, and happy Halloween, but unfortunately, it's come and gone already. Our favorite holiday always goes by so fast. But yeah, there goes another October and another Halloween in the books. But it was fun. It was great. I revisited and re-reviewed all the Halloween movies from the past. But I'll just go ahead and say it. Yes, we all miss October. We all miss Halloween already. I know I got a Halloween October hangover, and I'm going through some postpartum depression from it. But the show must go on. So therefore, it is a new month. It is November 1st. Therefore, we are going to go back and revisit and re-review the Friday the 13th movies all month long in November. So that's what we're going to do. Us, you guys, and the Maestro Megatron. What's up, Giga Chad, man? How are you, buddy? Happy November 1st. Yeah, I hear you. Mr. Anthony's on the live stream. I know I said I was going to take a couple days off, but I was like, the hell with it. Everybody, I slept half the day myself. We're all suffering from the Halloween October hangover. We're all a little depressed. Our favorite holiday is come and gone already. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and start our Friday the 13th. Revisit and re-review month of November tonight, because that's what the Maestro Megatron does. So yeah, I slept half the day myself, Anthony. I hear you. Just hasn't been the same. Watching TV isn't the same. Because for like 2 months there, all we did was watch horror movies and Halloween movies, whether it was Blu-ray or on TV, the marathon on AMC for like the past month and a half to 2 months. But it's all over now, so I was flipping through the TV, and there's just nothing to watch anymore since October, and Halloween's over already. So I was like, the hell with it. Let's start our Friday the 13th review and revisit series here on the Maestro Megatron's channel. What you got, Chad, man? No more Christmas. Well, unfortunately, sir, that's going to be coming up in an abundance very, very soon. So waiting on some people to hop on the live stream, and I decided to go ahead and start with the original Friday the 13th from 1980. 43 years later, we're going to revisit, talk about, and chat about, and re-review Friday the 13th, the original from 1980. And I'll just go ahead and get some, I got my stat and fact big dogs on the live stream right now. Mr. Anthony and Mr. Chad, man. The movie was made in 1980. It was written and created by Victor Miller. And it was produced and directed by Sean S. Cunningham. And associate producer was also Steve Miner on the Friday the 13th project. And the reason they wanted to do this is because of the 1978 original John Carpenter's Halloween. I had opened the doorway for the slasher flick craze at this point, because after Halloween we got prom night, we got He Knows You're Alone, we got Alone in the Dark, When a Stranger Calls, all that crap, all the slasher Halloween. John Carpenter's 1978 Halloween had busted open the door wide open for the slasher flick craze. So Victor Miller wrote and created the Friday the 13th moniker, the Friday the 13th movie. Like I said, directed and produced by Sean S. Cunningham, and an associate producer was Steve Miner, which is a name you need to remember now, Mr. Steve Miner. So I also thought F-13 was first before Halloween. Yes. 2 years. It was not. It was created and put out 2 years after the original John Carpenter's Halloween. So, and it was made for a mere $550,000, and it's a different setting. It's set in Friday the 13th. It's set at a camp, Camp Crystal Lake, which is an iconic camp in all the Friday the 13th movies. I mean, and everybody knows this camp. When you say Camp Crystal Lake, the first thing you think about is Friday the 13th or Jason. So it was made for a mere $550,000, and it was put out by Paramount Pictures. And what's fucking scary about the whole thing is it was made and produced for with $550,000, but ended up making $208 million worldwide. So there you have it on that. Because everything was so fresh and all the horror movie slasher fan flicks minds of the slasher films. And so yeah, made for $550,000, and it made $208 million at the box office. Also in this movie, written and created by Victor Miller, directed by Sean S. Cunningham. Betsy Palmer plays in it. She plays Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees, if you will. Adrienne King is in it, our first final girl in the Friday the 13th series, and the Kevin Bacon plays in it, the Kevin Baconator. And a lot of people say that this is Kevin Bacon's first film. It's actually not. A lot of people believe it is, but it's not. Go back and investigate it, if you will. But he played in a movie called Diner before he played in Friday the 13th. So a lot of people were always like, oh, it's Kevin Bacon's first movie. No, it's not. Look it up. His first movie was actually a movie called Diner. What you got, Jim, man? Did they explain why fake Jason looks like the killer from the town that dreaded sundown? Not really, from my knowledge of watching all the documentaries and doing all my research through the decades. They never really explain that. I think it all come down to that actually happens in part 2 with the Baghead. There was no thought or mention of Jason being the killer in the first Friday the 13th movie anyways. It was going to be a one and done type of deal. They wanted the killer to be off screen all movie. They didn't want the killer to be shown. They didn't want you to know who the killer was. All you saw in the camp, it's a summer camp, and Camp Crystal Lake was all these counselors being brutally and very bloodily murdered. Very bloody murdered. Redeem Roblox, what's up? Hello to you. Welcome to the live stream. So yeah, there was, yes, Jason is in the story, but it is told by Betsy Palmer, who plays Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees. It's told that Jason is her son who drowned at the summer camp, and there was no thought or idea even having a Jason Voorhees as a killer. This was supposed to be just a one and done movie. Like I said a few seconds ago, they wanted the killer to be off screen. They didn't want to reveal the killer to the very end. And that's what's really cool about the original. I really love the original Friday the 13th. It's suspenseful. These people are getting killed. These people are getting gutted. They're getting offed, and you never see the killer. You're wondering who the hell it is. And come to find out at the very end, it turns out to be Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees, the mother of Jason, the boy that drowned when he was only 11 years old because he wasn't a very good swimmer. That's what they were going for. They were going for more of the suspense. They were going for more of the unknown. They know there's a killer out there killing these camp counselors at Camp Crystal Lake, but you don't know who the hell it is, and you're trying to figure out the whole movie, who the hell is this? But you don't know to the very end and the big reveal. Chad, man, I like how the music is like from Psycho. Yes, I forgot to mention that in the credentials there. Harry Mandanfrini does the music, the fiddles and the violins and the scratchy chords of the fiddle and violin. And yes, they kind of take replication from the Psycho music, which was very effective for the Friday the 13th franchise, which we'll talk about here in the future. And just like the Halloween theme by John Carpenter and the Halloween movies, when you hear the Friday the 13th theme done by Harry Manfredini, you know it's Friday the 13th. You know it's Jason. It's just like with the Halloween theme. Anthony, we don't tolerate any weirdness around here. Hell yeah. I know it's kind of late, but I just got, like I said, I slept over half the day, like you did, Mr. Anthony, just suffering from this Halloween hangover. But yeah, the original Friday the 13th, Betsy Palmer, Adrienne King, who is the first final girl in the Friday the 13th franchise, because this movie went on to spawn 12 movies, almost 13 freaking movies, like in the title, Friday the 13th. So pretty crazy shit. Betsy Palmer was great in it. Like I said before, at the very end, after she kills everybody, even the Kevin Baconator, who gets an arrow right through the neck laying down in bed while he's sparking up a doob, you find out that it's been Betsy Palmer, it's been Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees, who used to be the cook at Camp Crystal Lake years before. And she is taking revenge on the Christies, Steve Christie, who is in charge of the camp. Steve Christie's one of the characters in the original Friday the 13th here. And she did not want the camp to be reopened. She felt the counselors, this is years before, when her son drowned, she felt the counselors were careless, not paying attention to her son. She was in the kitchen cooking that day, as she explains at the very end to Adrienne King after everybody's dead. And like in one of my favorite lines by Betsy Palmer, which she has a lot of iconic lines in this, was, "He wasn't a very good swimmer." She blames the camp. She blames any counselor, or like whether it be years later or years now. She blamed Steve Christie for opening up the camp again. She's batshit crazy nutty, basically. But yeah, she blamed the negligence of the camp counselors back in the day for her son's death drowning in Crystal Lake. So when Steve Christie reopens the camp with all new counselors years after the fact, Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer, goes and takes revenge, and she's pissed off because Steve Christie has reopened the camp, and she takes it out on the new counselors who do not have a fucking clue what's going on in the past. Takes it out on them and guts them and kills them in some bloody, gory way, which that's something significant about the Friday the 13th movies. Even in the original here from 1980 is there's a lot of clever, bloody kills in the Friday the 13th franchise. Comrade BG. Yes, I do know Imagine Dragons. I like some of their stuff. In the novelization, Steve Christie and Alice are in a relationship, where in the movie he just comes across as a bit creeper. Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. They make it seem like he's just a piece of shit creeper, and he's creeping after Adrienne King, which her name is Alice. Like Anthony just said, but like Anthony just said in the novelization, they were actually together. They don't really push the issue or hint around that they were in a relationship in the movie, but you could tell Alice, Adrienne King, is a little bit creeped out by Steve Christie, the head counselor. But yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I just think it's ridiculous. And then what's funny is, like, throughout the whole damn movie of Friday the 13th, while the counselors are all, Alice and Kevin Bacon and Robbie Morgan, all the people that play in it, if you notice, Steve Christie's gone. After he gets rejected from Alice, first thing in the movie, Steve Christie leaves and goes to a damn diner the whole damn time in the movie. It drinks coffee and hits on the old waitress, the old nasty old lady waitress in the diner. Killed and gutted and stabbed through the neck, like what happened with the Baconator. I can't remember the little guy's name that was with Alice at the very before Alice was the last person, but he gets an arrow to the crotch He's staked up to a cabin door and got an arrow right to the crotch. So yeah, Pamela Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer, is pretty damn vicious in this movie. Anthony, I think it's interesting to look at a lot of these novelizations. They're usually based on their draft and script. Yes, I totally agree. And Comrade must have said something pretty shitty to be hidden already. So I read a stupid quote. Do you know Imagine Dragons? Yeah, I know the group, but I had a feeling it was a troll and he was going to be a smart ass because, jealousy hurts trolls. But yeah, Anthony, I'm with you. Steve Christie must have ordered a 30-course meal. Yeah, but that's what's funny is the whole time he's at the diner when they show him off and on while everybody's getting gutted back at the camp, and he's got his ass glued to the damn diner stool in the damn diner. All he's got is a cup of coffee. That guy was fully fucking caffeinated at that point. How many cups of damn coffee did that son of a bitch Steve Christie have during freaking Friday the 13th? Then it decides he's going to finally leave. He's probably going to pee and take a shit so bad from all that caffeine that his neck's about to burst, or his ball sack and bowels at least. But so yeah, Friday the 13th, the original from 1980, good fun movie, written and created by Victor Miller, directed and produced by Sean S. Cunningham, and the associate producer, like I said, was Steve Miner. And you need to remember that name for later. Made for $550,000, made $208 million. So it was very successful. That wasn't me. That was my neighbor. So yeah, I love the original Friday the 13th. I know it doesn't have Jason in it yet, but it does mention Jason as a boy, as her son who drowned, and that's why she's taking revenge on the counselors in this camp. Because, like I said, she holds the counselors responsible for her son drowning in the lake because he wasn't a very good swimmer. But Betsy Palmer, as Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees, she has some iconic, legendary lines in this movie that I just love the quote. So, yeah, Baz, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I was going to take a couple of days off before Saturday, but I'm just trying to. I was like, you know what? We're on a roll here. We were doing live streams every day for over 3 weeks. I've got the October Halloween hangover, postpartum depression, and there's nothing on TV that I want to watch because all we did was watch horror movies for like the past 2 months, and anticipating and the wait for Halloween. But I was like, let's just go ahead and let's start the Friday the 13th re-review series here on the channel. Hey, what's up, Tim Atkins? Best mustache on YouTube. I've been to the camp. It was a good tour. Hell yeah. See, Tim Atkins, Dr. Chalice, Mr. Mustache himself, has been everywhere. He's been in Night of the Creeps. He's been Halloween 3. He's even been to Camp Crystal Lake. Tim Atkins, you are definitely a legend in its own. Baz is cracking up because I took such a long break. In the past, there was an incident, 1 or 2 people killed, and I think even Nick did that drowning prank. She just snapped even further and said, "Now you all die." That was probably in the book, I'm guessing, because I don't remember that in the movie. It's good. The more, the merrier. Absolutely, Senor Sebastian Way. Hope you're having a good night. Yes, we are talking about the first and original Friday the 13th from 1980. My mom had a friend whose kids went to the camp after film. Oh, no shit. See, I would love to tour the camp like Tim did, and like what your mom is talking about. I would love to tour Camp Crystal Lake. That would be a dream. I mean, yeah, I would love to go to Haddonfield because Halloween's still my favorite horror movie franchise, but I'd love to tour Camp Crystal Lake because I love the camp anyways. I love the lake. So, Anthony, I think it was the truck driver that mentioned there were fires one time. The well was poisoned. A few kids got killed. So it's like she was always trying. Yeah, that's very true. You're right. I need to bring that up. Yeah, the truck driver that picks up the poor first counselor you ever see that doesn't quite make it to the camp. The truck driver told those stories of the well being poisoned and the fires. So yeah, Mrs. Voorhees have been trying for a very, 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 very long time to get it to where they can't reopen that camp. And and nobody inhabits it. Slamo Samo, welcome to the live stream, Maestro. I'm glad you're live. I was so bored, and that's another reason why I'm on too, Slamo Samo, because I got to get past this October Halloween postpartum depression, and I was bored as hell too because there's just nothing to watch now, and I don't want to watch any Halloween movies anymore because it just makes me more sad that Halloween's over already. And firewall penetrated. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there you have it. There's basically the whole plot for the original 1980 Friday the 13th. Let's discuss and chat about it. Like I said, Betsy Palmer's the best part of the movie, and you don't even know that it's Pamela Voorhees to the very end. I love the suspense leading up to it. Alice is the last camper alive. She knows there's someone out there killing people because a dead body gets thrown through the window, which the actress that plays that dead body, you could see her moving the whole, so she's not quite dead, but she's supposed to be dead because dead people don't move around. But that actress really did a piss poor job. You know what part I'm talking about, the bitch that gets thrown through the window in her bathrobe at the very end when Alice realizes that everybody's dead but her and there is a killer out there. She just don't know who it is, but the actress that's laying on the floor that gets chucked through the window is sitting there moving the whole time, so she didn't play dead very well. Yeah, well, good luck with the firewall. Exactly, Anthony. I just totally ignored it. Slammo, I watched Halloween 2 today. Slammo Samo, Better Late Than Never. That's my favorite Halloween movie in the franchise, which I've talked about for 2 months. I think I pretty much got it drilled in everybody's head. It's my favorite movie in the franchise and my favorite sequel. But I hope you enjoyed it, Slammo Samo. I have no idea what it's just another stupid troll on the live stream. Baz Tim, the truck driver's name is Anus. Truck driver Anus. That's a big 10-4 there. Phantom 409. This here's the rubber duck. Adrienne King was great in this. I wish she went to become the Laurie Strode of F-13. Well, either her or Jenny. Yeah, Adrienne King was good. She was a little whiny, whimpering little crybaby most of the movie, and especially the first part at the end when Betsy Palmer finally reveals that she is the insane killer the whole damn time, and explains the story of how her son Jason had drowned in the lake, and this is why she has killed everybody. And apparently Alice is next, played by Adrienne King. But then she really comes into her own and starts fighting back and defending herself. And I'm telling you, it's one hell of a cat fight at the end of the original Friday the 13th between Adrienne King and Betsy Palmer. In fact, here's a little fun fact for you. About Friday the 13th. Betsy Palmer was more of a stage actress, if you will, rather than playing in motion pictures. So during one of the fight scenes with her and Adrienne King, where she's slapping her, like I said, Betsy Palmer was used to stage acting. She really started to slap Adrienne King because that's what they do in stage plays and stage productions. They really do physically. If there's a fight scene or anything, they really do physically hit the other actor that's on stage. Betsy Palmer, having that mindset all those years of being on stage, was actually slapping Adrienne King, and Adrienne King's like, "Oh my God," starts crying, and Sean S. Cunningham cuts the camera off, and Adrienne King's crying, and she's like, "She's really hitting me." So Sean S. Cunningham had to sit down with Betsy Palmer and explain to her that this is the cinematic universe, not the stage play universe. You really can't hit the other actor or actress. So I thought that was pretty cool. Joel, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. It's a brand new month, and it's a fresh new month of November, so we are going to revisit and re-review the Friday the 13th series. I'm so scared that I'm fucking scared, okay? Yep, they're really bitch smacking. Yes, Sebastian, you've heard about that. Mr. Chadman didn't know about that. Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, I think, because I've been in stage plays when I was younger, especially through junior high, high school, and a little bit of college. And yeah, she's right. When there is a fight scene or a scuffle on stage, when you're doing a play production on stage, you really have to physically touch the other actor, actress on stage to make it look real to the audience. Yes, yeah. Adrian King and Betsy Palmer were cool after that. I should have brought that up. Anthony, Siskel and Ebert were so disgusted by this movie they actually put up Betsy Palmer's address so people can write angry. Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing. I don't remember that far back then because I was pretty young, but I did see that in a documentary book and a documentary video. But who gives a flying shit ass what Siskel and Ebert think anyways? Because it made $208 million worldwide back then. Slammo, I don't remember that much of Friday the 13th. Well, Slammo, all month long, you better start watching. Get with your big bubby, Senor Sebastian Way. He probably got all the Friday the 13th movies. I guarantee you. And start watching all these Friday the 13th movies so you know a little bit about what we're going to be talking about all month long. Slammo, Sammo. I did when I was little. Yeah, like I said, go back and rewatch them if you have to. That way you know what the hell we're talking about. Slammo. What's funny is Ebert went on to give The Devil's Remedies thumbs up, but yet the Friday. That's right. I'm so glad you bring this up because every time you bring up your awesome information, Mr. Anton, I remember that I've heard that stuff myself, so it brings back good memories. I remember the Freddy vs. Jason, which is one of my favorite action horror flick movies of all time, and I will get to that one as well, but later on in the month. The Trolls is coming in again. Yeah, I just, like I said, thanks for the views, Trolls, but you're not going to get under my skin. All you trolls are just fucking stupid waste of skin morons. So what's up, Mr. Asylum? His name was Jason, and he was my son. Oh, they should have been paying more attention. I was cooking that day when it happened, and they should have been watching him more closely. I should have been out there myself, but they were too busy making love and feeling one another. Anyways, Jason had gotten too close to the lake, and, well, he wasn't a very good swimmer. She's got some great lines in that. That fight scene between her and Adrian King at the end of the original Friday the 13th is just iconic, man. They fuck each other up. Good quote, good comment, by the way, Asylum. His name was Jason. Today is his birthday. The first one is the creepiest one. It felt so dark and eerie, especially oh, yes. And that's, a lot of people, okay, I won't say Friday the 13th fans. A lot of the Jason fans skip this one because they want to go straight to the sequels that involve Jason, but that's bullshit. The original Friday the 13th with Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees being the killer, and you don't even know it's her to the very damn end of the movie is so freaking creepy and eerie. Like Sebastian just said, I love the original Friday the 13th movie. Freaking love it, man. And that's why I definitely wanted to include it first tonight in our revisit and re-review of the Friday the 13th series. So yeah, from 1980, 43 freaking years ago, this movie come out. And again, it was made for $550,000 and made $208 million worldwide. I'm going to admit I used to skip, but now I added. Yeah, I used to skip it too when I was younger, but that's just the thing, Baz. Probably the same thing that happened with you. As you get older, you start to respect the original Friday the 13th more, so you include it on your marathon. So yeah, it's freaking eerie and creepy, man. There's nothing better than watching an unknown killer that you don't see throughout the whole movie offing and killing, brutally murdering and killing these camp counselors in this camp, and you don't know who the hell's doing it. You think maybe it's one of them doing it. You think for a while a lot of people thought it was Steve Christie because he's back at the diner drinking 5,000 cups of fucking coffee, that douchebag piece of shit. Why the other ones are getting killed. So yeah, when you don't see him, you think it's Steve Christie. Anton, it's slower on my rewatch list, but whether I get in the mood to watch through the whole franchise over again, it's nice to get back to this one. Absolutely, and I'm glad that we are discussing and chatting about this one first. That I think it'll be that much more better when I start getting into the sequels later on. I like how it's a whodunit as well. It feels like the most unique Friday. Same with part 5. Absolutely, totally agree, Baz. And the okay, one kill I gotta make fun of is the girl that just had sex with the Baconator. She gets out of bed, she goes to one of the bathrooms to take a shower, and she starts quoting Shakespeare or some shit in the mirror, and then before she gets sliced and before she gets killed, she does this dramatic, and then the axe gets thrown right into her chest. She's like, such an overly dramatic part that always stands out to me. You guys know what part I'm talking about. Steve Christie was at a bar hitting on yeah, that ain't yeah. Steve Christie was a creeper to boot, and the son of a bitch drank too much freaking coffee for sure. Anton, I seen this one at Walmart once, and Jason was on the cup, which doesn't make any sense. I can't stand it when they do that shit. But yeah, I've seen it too, Anthony, and that's just ridiculous. Slammo, damn! Now that we are moving on to Friday the 13th, I will have less to talk about with y'all. That's what. Well, Slammo, I told you what to do. Get with your big bubby. Get with your big bro. Senor Sebastian way, and I'm sure he's got all the movies. And if not, I'm sure he can make them accessible to you. And start watching these movies one by one so you can join in on the conversation. Trust me, I don't want you to be discluded, Slammo Sammo. You're part of this franchise horror movie family with us here on this channel. Baz, Slammo, you couldn't have seen them a year ago. I asked you. Oh, so that goes back to Slammo Sammo complaining about when she's sleeping and you go to her room and you're like, hey, you need to watch this. See, Slammo, Sebastian is just trying to get you to watch these movies for your own good, because you didn't know that years later you guys would be watching a lunatic like me on YouTube going back and re-reviewing these movies. Just kidding. I was just starting to rewatch Halloween movies, but it's too late now. That's okay. We're past Halloween now, no problem, and you knew enough to chat with us about it on the live streams all October long, so you're good to go. Now it's time to start watching the Friday the 13th. I have great special effects on the YouTube channel. OMG, he makes me not want to watch it when he does that. But okay, but see, it's for your own good, obviously. That way you can take part in the live stream chats of the movies that we are talking about. Slammo. Sammo. Even if I didn't, she would. Yeah, that's true. But maybe she actually will this time. Now that we've got a fresh start, it's a fresh new month of November. Maybe she'll start watching these Friday the 13th movies. Maybe she'll start listening to you now, Sebastian. What you got, Asylum? Jason Voorhees is the GOAT. Yes, Jason is a lot of people's horror movie franchise favorite killer. And I don't blame them. Yes, Jason is when it comes to the camp counselor murders and the lake, Camp Crystal Lake murders and all the gory, creative kills, murders for sure. Sam, watch it. Kevin Bacon's in it. Yes, the old Baconator's in it. Already gave away that he buys it in bed. That's what. See that. Let that be a lesson to you, Kevin Baconator. Do not smoke in bed. You get an arrow through the neck. It's like. It's a badass kill. There are some badass creative kills in the original Friday the 13th, as well as the other sequels, which we will get to very soon, all month long. But I wanted to get the original 1980 out of the way, where Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees, is the unknown killer throughout the whole movie, and finally revealed at the end. And I'm telling you, man, Anthony and Chad, man, you guys will definitely agree. Asylum, Betsy Palmer did a great performance as Pamela Voorhees. She did freaking great as a psycho, lost her mind killer. A lot of famous 80s actors appeared in these. It's funny. Corey Feldman, Crispin Glover was Back to the Future. Yes, for the Back to the Future. Yeah, and we will definitely get into that all month long. Yes, a lot of up and coming celebrities played in the Friday the 13th movies. More celebrities than in the Halloween franchise, if you notice. There was a lot of new in the Halloween movie franchise. In the sequels, it was a lot of newcomers that was added to each movie. But in Friday the 13th, it was a lot of now famous actors. I guess they were newcomers back then, but now famous actors. So yeah, Friday the 13th, the star power in the Friday the 13th franchise outweighs and is more stronger than any other horror franchise, yeah, in movie history. Now A24 gonna please. Please don't remind me there, Mr. Chad, man, but you're exactly right. And that's another reason why I wanted to do the Friday the 13th series this month, because we're going to do this our way. We are going to revisit and re-review and remember Friday the 13th the way it should be and the way it should stay. But yeah, A24's going to freaking destroy it because they're a bunch of freaking piece of shit morons. But if there's any more little facts that you know of and like to talk about from the original 1980 Friday the 13th, just let me know here in the live stream chat. Sabaz, for the early 80s, the kills were gnarly and still stand up to this day. The movie kicked the door even wide. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Baz. Like I mentioned before, John Carpenter's Halloween 1978 opened the doorway for the slasher flick craze, but Friday the 13th pushed the envelope even further. I do believe, that's just my opinion, even further for the slasher flick craze. So you're right, Baz. If I ever get an ulcer, I'm going to name it A24 Kidney Stone. I would name it. Good one, Anton. Good live stream last night, by the way, Mr. Anthony. That was very fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining last night. Thank you for joining tonight. Slammo, I will not, but not with you. I will, but not with you. Oh, you don't want to watch the Friday the 13th movies with your big brubby? Come on, Slammo, have a heart. It's Senor Sebastian. Wait, you know what? He might even make you scrambled eggs, bacon, and sausage in the mornings. Every morning. Every night that you watch one of the Friday the 13th movies, every morning Sebastian's going to make you scrambled eggs, some bacon, and some sausage. He might even throw in a glass of orange juice, Slammo. You never know. Anthony, as much as you two like to give each other a hard time, I'd feel bad for whoever in the United Force again. Yeah, no shit. Joel, Friday the 13th is an independent film studio. Paramount was not involved, but purchased domestic distribution right. It is first independent slasher film to be acquired by a major motion picture studio. Very true, Joel. Yes, Paramount finally got its slice of the pie and put its hand in it. Paramount Pictures. But yeah, it was very independent. It was done by Victor Miller. It was written and created, the whole Friday the 13th theme and moniker. It was done and written and created and by the soul of Victor Miller. So yeah, you're exactly right, Joel. Sam, easier said than done. Chat man's laughing. Yeah, I'm being a little silly right now. I can't help it. But yeah, once again, written, created by Victor Miller, directed by Sean S. Cunningham. The famous iconic music in the chase scenes of Friday the 13th and throughout the whole movie by Harry Manfredini. And the associate producer, which you got to remember this name for later videos, Steve Miner. Anthony, horror is the most acceptable genre to a low budget. Absolutely. Chad Man, Victor is the guy that sued for a while and got the rights back. Yes, that... And that's why what Joel just said makes sense, because it was considered a Victor Miller film. Okay, he's the one that created the whole Friday the 13th, the killer and the kills, the Camp Crystal Lake, even the name Jason, even before Jason was in the freaking movies. So, but yeah, Paramount Pictures picked it up, and that's when it started to make more money at the theaters and on video and for the other years to come. So. But yeah, that's exactly correct there, Chad, man. Anthony, I don't know if that's... oh, gee. Oh, you guys are cracking me up, man. So yeah, Steve Christie, this whole damn time while these kids are being slaughtered back at the camp, he decides to leave the diner finally after about his 15,000 cup of fucking Black Joe coffee. Leaves the old ass nasty waitress he's been hitting on this the whole time, because like Sebastian said, he's a creeper, and Anthony said the same thing. He's a creeper. He decides to head back to the camp and is picked up by the town sheriff. But the town sheriff gets a call, has to go away, so Steve Christie starts walking the rest of the way to the camp because it's close by. And this is like one of the first interactions with the unknown killer. Finally, in Friday the 13th, Steve's walking back up to the camp, and Steve Christie seems to know this person. He said, hey, it's you. What are you doing out here in this mess? Because it's pouring down rain. And then he gets gutted right in the stomach. Splutch! He gets killed by the unknown killer. So that was the first clue of who the killer might be, or that there is an actual physical killer on the loose, when Steve Christie seems to know the person, which we come to find out at the very end that it is Mrs. Voorhees, Pamela Voorhees, played by Betsy Palmer, who is the mother of Jason. The whole rights thing always pissed me off. We could have had 30 movies. All right, yeah, you're exactly right. That pisses me off too bad. I hope they make a Halloween show. Me too. I talked about that in a video a couple weeks back. I got some good ideas. Hopefully they got some good ideas for a Halloween TV show too. And us Halloween fans can only hope. So, Sam, if you like Fear Street 2, you will like, yes, Sebastian, you're correct. Slammo, if you like Fear Street 2, you will definitely like the Friday the 13th movies. Same setting, same horror, dark atmosphere, same spooky in the woods, campy atmosphere. So you will definitely enjoy these Friday the 13th movies, I promise you. Anton, she probably killed him because he was about to get creepy. Yeah, he was probably going to say, hey, there's a little diner back there. We can go get you a cup of coffee. That's why she gutted him. But yeah, that's that part. The reason I bring up that specific part, when Steve Christie walks up and he's like, oh, hey, it's you. What are you doing out here in this mess? I brought up that part because that's when things start getting really mysterious, because Steve Christie actually knows who this motherfucker is. So at that point in the movie, we're definitely at the edge of our seats going, who the hell is this? Who is this killer that's killing all these camp counselors? So yeah, I love this movie. As a kid, I hated it because it didn't have Jason in it. I thought it was boring. I'm like, it doesn't even show the killer, and it's an old woman, Betsy Palmer, at the end. But now, as an adult, decades later, I love this movie. I love the story of it. Betsy Palmer's performance is great. Adrienne King is a great final girl. It's a hell of a fight at the end. Speaking of that fight, they fight for over 25 minutes at the end of the movie. And chase, she chases Adrienne King, Alice, all over that damn camp. Finally, at the end, they end up by the lake down there on the sand, and they're wrestling. And Alice, Adrienne King, finally gets a hold of the machete, the iconic machete, which first comes into play in the Friday the 13th series here. She grabs the machete and chops off Pamela Voorhees' head. It's the first decapitation scene that they plainly show you in any horror movie and horror movie franchise history. So yeah, she chops her head off Alice grabs the machete, chops Pamela Voorhees, Betsy Palmer's head off, and it actually shows the headless body with her hands sticking up and blood spurting out of her neck. It's a great shot. It's a great kill, great ending to a great horror movie. Slammo, I do, but there's so many movies I'm just too lazy to go down the rabbit hole. You go down that rabbit, because you're part rabbit anyway, Slammo. I'll have to finish the Halloween a-thon first. All right, so be it, Slammo. Just Just try to keep up with us on the Friday the 13th series there, buddy. The way it's shot, the chase feels like it lasted for hours. Yes, and it just the ending fight scenes between Alice and Pamela Voorhees are just freaking magnificent. Betsy Palmer said in an interview that she told Sean S. Cunningham to place her in at least one scene, but he didn't care. He just wanted to put it out. Gotcha. It would have done the whole whodunit thing before Scream. Yeah. You're right. Infinite Loop. I haven't watched the F-13 movies in a minute. Well, since we're going to be talking about these movies all month long here in November, Infinite Loop, you need to start re-watching them. That way everybody knows what the hell we're talking about. But I chose this franchise in November because I figured it would help us get past our postpartum depression of Halloween and October being over. God, I'm so depressed. I started putting away a lot of my decorations today, and I just kept tearing up. Damn it. Baz, Sam, we can only see the good ones like 1 through 4 and go to 6 after. It's kind of bad. Gotcha. Yeah, Baz, you got a point. But I'm actually going to go through all the movies, the good ones and the bad ones. It'll be fun and funny, trust me. Slammo, if you do watch alongs, I think I'd watch more. That is in the plan books for November. We are going to do a few watch alongs of these Friday the 13th movies with the professor. So yeah, some days and weeks I'll just be doing a revisit and a live stream chat with you, and there'll be a couple days this month where I'll be doing a watch along with the professor. Anton, it's been a long time since I've rewatched all the Nightmare on Elm Street. Same here. And I will probably, that's not my favorite. That's my least favorite franchise. I'm just not a Freddy fan. I respect Robert Englund. I respect his performance of Freddy. I love the Freddy iconic horror icon character, but it's just not one of my go-tos. But yeah, in the future here on the channel, we will do the Nightmare on Elm Street theme as series as well. Betsy Palmer, Scream 2. Yeah, no influence there, right, Chad, man? I'm very depressed too, my friend. I hear you, Baz. It sucks. I had no idea what to do today. I wanted to watch Halloween, but yeah, exactly. It just doesn't feel right. AMC had another marathon today. They called it the Halloween Hangover Marathon, but I just couldn't. I just slept. I slept over half the day like Anthony did. I just couldn't bring myself to watch them. What will be for the month of December? Do not know yet. It's going to be a surprise. I'm going to do a lot of the Christmas horror movies in December, like Violent Night, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Krampus, whatever it's called, Black Christmas. Yeah, I'll be reviewing Black Christmas and even the remake of Black Christmas. So the month of December, I'll be doing a lot of the Christmas holiday horror movies. Chad, man, Batman December. That's a good idea too. Anthony, if I was told I could only watch one Friday the 13th or Halloween movie ever again, I'd choose one. I couldn't choose, but Nightmare on Elm Street. I could take the Dream Warriors and be fine without the rest. Yeah, Dream Warriors is the fan favorite of the Nightmare on Elm Street series for sure. That's definitely all the true Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street fans. That's their go-to sequel. Joel, I had uncut version of Friday the 13th on DVD. I've got that same copy as well. Mr. Joel, Infinite Loop. I've been watching a lot of early 2000s horror watch-alongs. I feel like watch-alongs have become pretty popular. Yes, they have, and that's why I didn't have time to do any watch-alongs for Halloween because I was just getting over being in the hospital for over 3 weeks and was still pretty ill, but I feel a lot better, so I'm going to do a lot of watch-alongs with the Friday the 13th series. So yeah, me and the professor will be doing a couple watch-alongs on Friday the 13th, so it's going to be a blasty blast with a casty cast. Slammo, you could get someone to join in the stream. I don't know how that works on YouTube though. Yeah. In fact, either Mr. Asylum, if you're still on the live stream, I'd like to get with you on a live stream. Sebastian and Slammo, I would like to get with you on a live stream sometime this month as well. Jay Gregory, I would like to get with him on a live stream. Anthony, I was going to do a Night of the Living Dead watch along, but OBS wasn't wanting to. Oh, okay, I got you. Dave McCrae did something like reacting to Halloween trailers. We could do something like that. Yeah, that is a good idea. I think I saw that, and that is actually a pretty clever, cool idea. We can do the Halloweens, and we can do the Friday the 13th as well. Yes, I'm glad you brought that up, Chad, man. This is the best comment yet by Giga Chad, man. He just brought up the fact that Die Hard, see, I got a pen right there. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It's a holiday Christmas movie to me. It has been for years, and it still is this very day. So, also for the month of December, I also will be watching and reviewing, probably a watch along of Die Hard with the professor of Die Hard, because like I said, I consider that one of my Christmas movies in my Christmas movie marathon. Also, I'm going to do a review of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles this month for Thanksgiving as well. It is a Christmas movie, 100%. Yes. Dave McCrae has 10 ideas a day, maybe one or two of them might be good. Yeah, it's always a numbers game with McCock. Dave McCock. Sebastian, if you like Die Hard, Maestro Violent Night is the same thing. It's just Santa instead of Bruce Willis. Yeah, I need to finally watch that here in the next couple weeks. That way I can talk about it. I can talk about it in December. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. For show. One year I did kind of a joke Lethal Weapon reviewing it as a Christmas Carol type story. That's funny. And you know what? Let me pin that one as well with Anthony. Lethal Weapon, I also consider that, and also a lot of other fans of that movie consider that a Christmas holiday movie as well. So yeah, Die Hard and Lethal Weapon will also be included in the month of December. Maybe I watch along or just reviewing it, whatever. Slammo, that Silent Night movie looks cool. Yes, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Those are classic horror movies from the 1980s. Those movies are freaking insane. Chad, man, it's garbage day. It's garbage day. Yes. That right there is a direct quote from one of the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, as I pinned up there from Chad, man. That is an exact quote of the insane psycho killer that's in Silent Night, Deadly Night. I love that freaking part, Chad, man. Be a Christmas movie, being Christmas time has to be part of the plot. It's not just taking place during Christmas. Exactly. Well said there, Anton. But yeah, I'm glad we're doing the Friday the 13th movies this month because I really love this. It's my second favorite horror movie franchise. Number one being Halloween, of course, but unfortunately it's over. But yeah, I'm going to do the whole Friday the 13th series. I'll do some watch-alongs, and I'm going to do revisits and reviews like I'm doing tonight. And I wanted to start with the OG, the first Friday the 13th from 1980. I haven't seen Silent Night, so I'll definitely have to give a watch. And do. Yes, please do. The Silent Night Deadly Night movies are cheesy, fun, popcorn horror movies, man. You will enjoy them, Baz. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really talk about. Oh, here's another little fun fact for you on the original Friday the 13th from 1980, since we're still basically revisiting that. The snake that ends up in Alice's cabin, that is a actual pet snake of a trainer that let them use that snake in that scene. The one that comes out from underneath her dresser, that was a pet snake to a trainer in real life. He let them use that snake and he let them chop it with the machete. I think that's some fucking cruel ass bullshit. I'm not a snake fan. I would never have a snake as a pet, but I love all animals and creatures, big and small. And I think that's pretty fucked up that the trainer that actually owned that snake as a pet let them put that in the movie like that and actually let it chop it in half like they did in the original Friday the 13th. So yeah, I found that fact out not too long ago and I was like, that's pretty damn fucked up. I don't appreciate or respect that shit one bit. Baz, I haven't seen. Yeah, right. Yes, Slammo. True fact. It's bullshit. There's a part in the original Friday the 13th that we're talking about. There's a snake in Alice's cabin, and it was owned as a pet to a snake trainer. He let them use the damn snake and let them chop it in half. Oh God, I even fucking hate talking about it, but I had to bring it up because it's bullshit. Yes, that is messed up. That's more than messed up. That's super freaking crazy messed up, man. That is very sad news. I shouldn't even brought it up, but I'm just giving little factoids for Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, Cannibal. Let me pin that up for you, Baz. Cannibal Holocaust. That's a fucked up movie anyway. That if anybody's never seen Cannibal Holocaust, please check that out. That's one of the most violent movies in gore history. Gore movies. They killed a turtle in that. Yeah, I remember. I would even be more pissed off if it was a dog. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm with you, Asylum. I wouldn't even ever watch that movie ever again if they did that. I saw a video of people chopping up snakes to eat it. Yeah. I went and I know the fucked up countries that do that shit all the time too, and it's pretty messed up. Whew. So yeah, guess what tomorrow night is? We're going to revisit and re-review Friday the 13th Part 2, one of my favorites in the series. We're going to do that tomorrow night. So I am still coming on every night doing a live stream like I did all month long last month in October. So you guys have got me back every night once again. I told you I was going to take a couple days off, but I was bored. I was depressed and I needed something to help me get my mind off the fact that Halloween's already over, come and gone. So I will be on every night doing live streams and we will be doing the Friday the 13th series. Hopefully you guys don't get sick of me. Joel, I like this movie, but it is very bloody. Yes, and that's what I love about it. That's what made me fall in love with the Friday the 13th franchise is all the blood and gore. I hate movies like that. They just exist to gross out. Yeah, same with Serbian film and humans. Oh, gee. Don't even remind me of Human Centipede. Good God. Samo's happy about that announcement. Once again, all month long in November, I will be on live streaming every night, and we will be talking about the Friday the 13th series. Late Show with the Maestro Megatron. You know what? I know my channel's name is the Maestro Megatron, but in the title I had to put every night the Late Show with the Maestro Megatron. That'd be pretty cool, don't you think, guys? Late Show with the You know what? I'm going to pin that up. I like that. Chad Man had a good comment there. Either in the title or I might even change my YouTube name. Nah, I can't do that. But in the title every night, I'll talk about we revisit Friday the 13th, whatever part, but it will also be called The Late Show with Maestro Megatron. Definitely will, Samo. At this point, Maestro, I feel like you live in my house. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Just as long as you don't eat my peanut butter. I'm a big peanut butter fan. You guys get your own damn jar of peanut butter. I got my own jar of peanut butter. Nobody's getting the Maestro Megatron's peanut butter. And it's got to be Jif. I'm not going to eat Peter Pan peanut butter for sure. It's got to be Jif. So yeah, every night, that I'm on the live stream, I'm going to include the Late Show with the Maestro Megatron. That's a damn good idea, Chad, man. I've got the comment pinned up here on the live stream. You have given me an iconic idea from here on out. So for that, I thank you, sir. Yep, it's going to be great. It's going to be freaking great. But anybody got anything to add for the original Friday the 13th from 1980? I think I said pretty much what needs to be said of the movie. I just think it's awesome. They made it for $550,000. Very low budget independent film by Victor Miller, who later Paramount Pictures picked up to help the cinematic release of it. But it made $208 million worldwide. So they more than doubled their money. Slammo, we only have a jar mixed with jelly and peanut butter. Yeah, and that's called goober, like what Slammo Samo is. She's a goober, but yeah, that's called goober, and you can have that. It doesn't spread very well. I get my own jar of peanut butter. It's the Maestro Megatron's peanut butter. I'm out of control. Baz, both. I'm gonna go to sleep and just wake up buried in beer. Oh, I don't even drink beer anymore, but I guess since I'm moving in, obviously, with Slammo, Samo, and Sebastian Way, I guess I have to start drinking beer out of a can, crush them, and throw them on Sebastian's bed. Asylum, that slit throat in the movie was real looking when Pamela killed. Yes. What I'm talking about. Friday the 13th definitely opened. They didn't open the doorway for the slasher flick craze like Halloween did, but it definitely opened the door for the gore and the blood, the bloody kills and the gory kills in any horror movie franchise. So Asylum is right. Slammo, I hate goober. Yeah, it's nasty shit. Shay Countryman. Baz, I hate when people say this is a ripoff of Halloween. I know that's what Victor Miller and Sean said, but it's completely different. Yes, because like I said, when they come out with the first original Friday the 13th that we're talking about, they had no plans of making 11 other sequels. They had no plans of bringing Jason back as the killer, which I will explain what happens with that tomorrow night when we revisit and re-review Friday the 13th Part 2. So yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. This Friday the 13th was a movie all in its own. It wasn't mocking Halloween. It wasn't mocking any other slasher flicks that was available back then. It was a movie all in its own. It was done originally. So Asylum, Jason Voorhees is my favorite horror icon. That is a favorite horror icon, a good one to have there, Mr. Asylum. Baz, I think the letter word to use in it's inspired by Halloween. Yes, Asylum, I like your new icon, Baz. Yeah, that is pretty damn cool, Baz. I just noticed that. Pay no attention to that troll, Samo. If the troll says anything else stupid, then we will get rid of it. Once again, anybody that's just joining my live stream that doesn't know about my channel, I have the fastest and best moderators, so the more you troll and spam on my live streams, the faster you're going to be either blocked, timed out, or both. So, you don't believe me? Try me. Or try us. Joel, Friday the 13th was 2 nominated at the Golden Raspberry Awards for Worst Picture and Worst Supporting Actress, Bessie Pop. That's crazy, Joel. Maestro is Venom. I could play Venom, because Tom Hardy's 5'9". He's a big guy, but he's 5'9". I'm 5'10", so yeah, I could very well play Eddie Brock in Venom. Yeah, Asylum, you got a badass profile as well. Anton, you trolling here, it'll be like Dodge City on a set. Exactly. Fastest guns in the moderator West on YouTube. You guys, fastest gunslingers in moderation history. But once again, trolls, thanks for your views, though. Shay Countryman is timed out. But yeah, this is going to be a fun month. We're going to get through this postpartum depression. We're going to get past this October and Halloween hangover that we got. It's going to be a fun month of November. It's going to be the late show with the Maestro Megatron, and all month long here in November, we will be talking about and revisiting and re-reviewing the Friday the 13th series. Jason seems scarier to me than Michael, which is why it's not my favorite. But Slammo, you better gut up. You better brave up. Don't be like Courage the Cowardly Dog, okay, Slammo? Don't be like him. You need to just gut up, and you need to start watching these movies with Jason in it. Another fun fact about Friday the 13th, what it originally says, it says kill, 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 mom, mom, mom. And they did, in the first rough draft copy of the original Friday the 13th, it said the whole phrase. It said kill, 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 mom, 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 mom. But then Victor Miller didn't like that. Sean Cunningham really didn't like it either, and nobody did, so they cut it down short, so it turned into mom, 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 mom. Asylum, yep. Mom, mom, mom. See, Mr. Asylum knows. So do I. I did mention Courage the Cowardly Dog. That's another good topic to talk about on a live stream. That cartoon is the best. That dog used to crack my shit up. He used to call for the old lady all the time, Muriel. I love how people still get timed out when they say something totally random. Absolutely. Like Anthony said, it's like Dodge City on a Saturday. Fastest gunslinging moderators in the West. Leatherface is the scariest killer. Something about some Teletubby chasing us with a saw script. Yeah. And I'm going to bring up all the horror franchises throughout the new year and all that after we get through with Friday the 13th and all the famous horror movies, whether it be Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, or the slasher flicks that I talked about. That wasn't me. That was my neighbor. Cat, meow, 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 meow. Yeah, you're part cat, part bat cat. Yeah, cat, meow, 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 meow. We shouldn't make a Solomon Sam. Yeah. That's what I need to do. I need to make Slammo a moderator. And I need to make Asylum a moderator as well. There we go. Slammo Sammo is now a moderator, and Mr. Asylum is now a moderator. Because it's time for you, Slammo, to have some responsibilities. Sponsitilities. Anthony, Leatherface is the most inconsistently portrayed slasher icon. This characterization is all over the place. Absolutely, Anthony. I agree. I always grew up thinking he said, shh. Yeah, that's what all of us thought. Even me back then as a kid. But come to find out later on, different documentaries and what I've read and books and all that, it's just kill, 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 mom, 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 shortened up to mom, 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 mom. I'm getting scared. You're very welcome, Slammo Sammo. Welcome to the moderating family. A moderator, you have the ability to time out or block these stupid ass trolls that come on the live stream that we always have to deal with, Mr. Asylum. Friskies. Excuse me for a second, guys. Ugh. help stop the invasion of the low IQ. Exactly. Now Asylum can't wait for a troll. Anthony, Asylum's going to be sitting here like a sniper waiting for the first troll. Yes, on top of a tower or a tall building. That's going to be badass. That's a that's a good vision to have. Joel, Friday the 13th also dishonorable mention for the worst picture at Stinker's Bad Movie Awards in 1981. Yeah, it wasn't to the stupid, dumbass, stiff-ass, lame-o movie critics back then. It wasn't well received, but to us horror fans that love gore and violence and slasher flicks, that's where it made its money, and that's how it got so popular through the years. When they show up and say something retarded, I'll just click their user, block them, can't wait. Yep, like I said. Fastest moderators in Dodge. I've been hearing all about the new Pamela casting to be Mia Goth. I think she's definitely too young, and I hope they don't use her. I don't know. I guess she's okay. Pearl was atrocious, but I actually made fun of Pearl last October, if you guys remember. I made fun of it briefly. I don't know. I hope they get somebody worth. But like Chadman had mentioned earlier in the live stream, it is done by A24, so it's probably going to be fucking retarded. What's up, Polly? How's it going? Welcome to the late show live stream with the Maestro Megatron. For the month of November, we will be talking about the Friday the 13th series, and we started with the original Friday the 13th from 1980. Polly. She's in all those weird A24 movies like, but yeah, exactly. Pamela Voorhees should at least be in her mid-40s. I totally agree, Anthony. That's the most accurate depiction of the Pamela Voorhees character right there. I think I heard Jenna Ortega too. Yeah, that. God damn, I'm tired. I'm tired of seeing her. If it wasn't for Scream, she wouldn't even be on the damn map. I can't stand her. But anyways. Yes, Polly has joined the live stream. Better late than never. If Jenna Ortega plays Pamela Voorhees, I'm not even giving it a chance. Neither am I. I was gonna say that earlier, but since you said it first, Anton, yeah, if she ends up being Pamela Voorhees, I will not even give it a try. Not even a chance. Just freaking forget it. And that goes once again what we talked about a couple weeks ago. If the TV series is stupid ass and woke and politicized, and just for Hollywood's sake, and all those idiots that lean to the left and to Hollywood and panders to Hollywood, if the Halloween TV series is like that, I'm not going to watch it and give it a chance, and I give up on anything new for Halloween. Chad, man, Jenna is overrated. Very. Like I said, if it wasn't for the Scream movies, she wouldn't even be on the damn map. Anthony, from what I understand, to her credit, she seems to hate all these woke trash. Acting screen present does nothing for me. I haven't heard that quote, but I will definitely look it up. I believe you, Anthony. I'd be fine with just being a flashback to when she's younger, but not the whole show. I can see that, Baz. Yeah, Asylum. Giga, same here. I keep seeing her every. Yeah, she and like Chadman said, just freaking overrated. Once again, what I said. If it wasn't for Scream, you wouldn't even fucking know about the little bitch. Jenna's acting is stale, very much so. I don't like it. I get bored watching her. Yeah, it's just absurd. Again, she can thank the Scream franchise for putting her in the position that she's in right now in the movies, in Hollywood, piece of shit Hollyweird. Jenna, Zendaya, and Taylor Swift. God, Taylor Swift. Don't even say that son of a bitch's name out loud. Let's just keep it together. I'm surprised she died. And yeah, I heard about that. But yeah, good first live stream here for November in our new topic of discussion for November, the Friday the 13th series. Slammo, she's a good actress, but I think she's casted too many times. Other girls need a chance. I agree. I do not agree that she's a good actress, though, Slammo. You lost me on that one. Asylum, her face was blasted off. Now I can't wait to see that movie so I can see her stupid face get blasted off. I don't think Pamela will even be. I hope. No comment on that one. Yeah, I hope they don't do some stupid diversity, stupid bullshit like that just to pander to that Hollywood diversity bullshit. I really hope they don't do that. Like I said, first time I see any pandering to the social, political, diverse universe, piece of shit universe they live in, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not watching it. Like Snow Woke. Yeah, exactly, Chad, man. Snow Woke is a damn good name for it. There was nothing left of her face. Sweet. One can only hope. For real. I'm out of control. Anthony, Nana visitor who played Pamela in the remake, got killed in 2 seconds. Would have been a great Pamela if it was primarily her. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Anthony. Good comment. That would make her Asian and set it around Vietnam, and that's why Jason will get bullied. Oh, good God Almighty. I hope that everything that you guys are saying, I hope that shit does not come true. Yeah, Baz, you're reaching far. You're reaching far and high. What was that? I heard a noise. Okay. Let me pin that up there, Chad man. Okay, I got Chad man's comment pinned up there. If I see or hear any indication of that piece of shit bitch hag Brie Larson involved in the Friday the 13th series, Camp Crystal Lake series, whatever the fuck it's going to be called, I'm definitely out, and I'm going to go find Brie Larson, and I'm going to punch her so hard in the face that her face goes to the back of her head. I hate Brie Larson, that stupid hag bitch. Yeah, Baz. You've been saying that for a while. You've been joking around about that for a while, Baz. I'm surprised Mia Goth is 30. I didn't even know she was that old. Asylum. Yeah, Anthony, get the axe, get the hatchet out. We're going after Brie Larson. Yeah, that's a good name for her. Bitch Larson. Bitch hag Larson. Asylum, it's probably best that you don't know who Brie Larson is, but I'll go ahead and tell you. She's known for Captain Marvel in the MCU universe. Joel, originally Sally Field for the role of Alice, but couldn't afford her. Yeah, I do remember that. I forgot to bring that up. That's a good comment there, Mr. Joel. I pinned up Joel's comment. Yeah, they originally wanted Sally Field for the part of Pamela Voorhees in the Friday the 13th movie, but she was going to cost too much. She didn't fit into the little $550,000 budget, if you will. Yes, I watched a little bit of Pearl so I could talk about it on my channel last October. She's just a wretched person. She hates America. She hates white people, and she's white. She hates men. She's one of those stupid ass, angry, dumb bitch hag feminists in Hollywood. Keep getting her in the Marvel ads. I want to hang myself because of it too. You know what? Adrian King is old enough to play. Yes, yeah. And if you see what Adrian King looks like, Yeah, she's quite a bit older now because it's 43 years later after the fact, but she would be a great Pamela Voorhees. Who better to play Pamela Voorhees, Mrs. Voorhees, than Adrian King, who originally fought the original Pamela Voorhees in the Friday the 13th original movie from 1980. Yeah, that's a good one, Sebastian. That let me pin that one up. No blood. Nope. No bloodless this time, Polly. I think, like I said, I think I either hurt his poor little vampire feelings, or maybe someone got him. She's about 5 years too young, but maybe Emily Blunt. That would be a good one, Anthony. I can see that. Cody Leach hates Alice for some reason. Well, don't worry, Cody Leach, because everybody hates you. You fat faced, big mouth son of a bitch. But it's too smart for Hollywood. Weird. You're right, Chad, man. She is confirmed to be in it, though, so it could be true or it could be a cameo. I really hope they use her as Pamela Voorhees. That would just be poetic. That is from here on out till they decide to come out with the piece of shit Crystal Lake series that's on hold because everything's on strike right now, and Holly piece of shit would. If when it finally comes out, I hope it's Adrian King as Pamela Voorhees. I really do. Jessica Chastain. She's too pretty and young. I like Jessica Chastain, the redheaded actress from the It movie series. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah, she's beautiful. I like Jessica Chastain. She's a good actress, but I'd rather go with Adrian King on that. Asylum. Imagine being in a room with Bree, Jamie J. One of my favorite comments and quotes I like to say when you guys put comments like that, I guarantee you they'd never find them. I'm out of control. Tony Colletti from Heredity could, and she's a phenomenal. Yes, and she was also in The Sixth Sense, which is another favorite thriller horror movie. It's not even a horror movie; it's just a good thriller ghost movie. Yeah, she played Haley Joel Osment's mother in Sixth Sense. But yeah, she looks and fits. She would look and fit the part of Pamela Voorhees for sure. Asylum, I'm playing Russian roulette. Oh, God. Someone else has suggested Rebecca Ferguson. I think she looks a little too young, but she could pull it off acting wise and watch Doctor Sleep. Yes, she could definitely play creepy. I hated her. She played her part well in Doctor Sleep because I hated her fucking guts in Doctor Sleep. Absolutely fucking hated her. Asylum, if Janet Leigh was alive, maybe she could play Pamela. Yeah. That would have been badass, but yeah, she passed away a long time ago. But yeah, that's a good honorable mention, Mr. Asylum. I'm out of control, buddy. Yeah, I've seen Pearl because, like I said earlier, I talked about Pearl last October. I was making fun of it. I was tearing that fucking movie apart last October on my channel. Chad, man, who would play young Jason? That I've been thinking about that for a while, and I can't quite come up with it. I know a lot of people would like some of their favorite actors to play young Jason, but they'll get an unknown to do it probably. That honorable mission could become a nightmare. What if they get the yogurt? Oh, good God. Anthony, don't even say that comment out loud. Let's just keep it together. Definitely for sure, if they pull that yogurt eating hag ass anywhere close to that project, I will definitely be paying a visit out to LA and Hollywood, and you guys will hear about it on the fucking news. I will set a fire, a huge fire. I will blow that fucking place up. I just am scared they'll make it woke. Yeah, same here. That's why I don't have real high hopes for it, Baz. But when I see A24 and Kim Williamson behind it, my hopes go. Yeah, I don't have any high hopes for it either, Sebastian. I really don't. I'm really not even really looking forward to it. Yes, I'm going to check it out because it's Friday the 13th project, but I don't expect anything real fantastic. Slamo Samo not only changed her profile, but she's tearing up for some reason. They should get Lee McCoy to play Jay. Oh, good God. Yeah, he is simping retarded enough, isn't he? They'll do a race swap with Jada Smith. Yeah, you Chad, man, you're probably right. Luke, feel like Judi Dench could play. Ooh, okay. Let me pin that up. That's a good one right there. Everybody, check out Infinite Loop's comment there. I don't even think Judi Dench has to be a little bit younger. I think, but she would be a great Pamela Voorhees. If you look at Infinite Loop's comment that I pinned up, Judi Dench would be probably about 10 to 12, 15 years ago. She would have been a fantastic Pamela Voorhees. That is a good comment. Yeah, Baz, I'm laughing about that too. I'm just trying not to show it too much on the live stream. These names always make me nervous with movies. A24, David Gordon, Geek, and Scumhouse, Jordan P. Yeah, that's like I told Sebastian, I really do not have high hopes for this shit anyway. So, yeah, that is a good one, man. She definitely fit the part for a Pamela Voorhees. So yeah, that's a hell of a good comment. And that's why I pinned it up there, Infinite Loop. But yeah, these are some good. We got some bad suggestions, which I know you guys are just joking, but we got some really good suggestions who could play Pamela Voorhees in the new Crystal Lake series. In the new Camp Crystal Lake series. I don't know. The Jessica Chastain, I guess, or probably Mia Goth. Damn, I have to really kind of sit down and who would be a good pick for that? Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder would be a good pick to play Pamela Voorhees from Stranger Things. What do you guys think? Nancy Pelosi could play her corpse after she gets killed, because that's what Nancy Pelosi looks like, a drunk ass corpse. Yeah. God almighty. Yeah, I think Winona Ryder would play a young Pamela Voorhees. What do you guys think? I'm out of control. It's the Late Show live stream with the Maestro Megatron. Yeah, I agree. A deformed, drunken corpse auntie, yes. David Harbour could play Elias Voorhees. That's actually not a bad idea. Although he's a woke-ass idiot and he's fucking weird as hell, he is a good actor. He could probably pull off an Elias Voorhees. But like in the Friday the 13th fan film that we talk about, C.J. Graham playing Elias Voorhees, that's who needs to play Elias Voorhees. It's definitely C.J. Graham. I love Winona Ryder as well, Slamo. Winona Ryder can play a good mom. She was slightly deranged in some parts of Stranger Things. She could be yes, I think she could definitely pull off Pamela Voorhees. No, not Nancy from Stranger Things. Winona Ryder was Will's mom in Stranger Things Asylum. I have a hard time watching stuff with him. It's because of how, because I love the character. I love Hopper in Stranger Things. I love David Harbour the way he plays the part, but seeing how fucking weird and woke and piece of shit Hollywood he is, it just ruins the effect. Mine's well have Biden, but oh, good God Almighty! Don't even say that son of a bitch's name out loud. Let's just keep it together. Baz, I don't really want Elias Voorhees in this. Mom was always in the spotlight. Bringing the dad in would be weird. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about it and want Elias Voorhees in it, but a lot of people don't. So I see what you're coming from, Baz. Oh, her from Edward. Yeah. Winona Ryder from Edward Scissorhands. Yes. And about a trillion, gazillion, billion other movies through the decades. Yeah, Winona Ryder she's been around a long time. Good live stream. Good first live stream of November, guys. Of the Friday of our new topic, revisiting the Friday the 13th series. And the new format for these live streams is going to be the Late Show with the Maestro Megatron. Thank you for that idea, by the way, guys. So yeah, join me again tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about the first sequel to the Friday the 13th franchise, Friday the 13th Part 2, which is my favorite, not my favorite, but one of my favorite sequels to Friday the 13th. He's just really weird, Slammo. Go and look at interviews of David Harbour on YouTube, and you'll see what we're talking about. Asylum, I'm still keeping an eye out. I given Friday the 13th 8 out of 10, praising cinematographer, music score, and Cunningham direction. That is a good number ranking, Joel. I give Friday the 13th 1980 original, with Betsy Palmer as Mrs. Voorhees and Adrian King and the Kevin Baconator. I give it a 9 out of a 10 number rating 43 years later. I give it a 9 out of a 10 so far. Joel gives it a 8 out of a 10. Asylum gives Friday the 13th, the original, an 8 out of a 10. That's a good rating. I give it an 8 out of a 10 from Anthony. I honestly just see him as Hopper. Yeah, maybe you should keep it that way, Slammo. Baz, the Late Show, where we talk Halloween and gun rights, as well as making fun of Lee McCutt. Yes, we cover all those great topics on the Late Show with the Maestro Megatron. Can't wait for my second semester. I can take my NASA class. Oh, fuck yeah, Polly. What's going on with that Jason behind you? I'm just showcasing what we're talking about this November. But yeah, if he decides to move and come after me, Asylum, I'm glad you're keeping an eye out, and I'm glad you got my back. Giga Chadman gives the original Friday the 13th from 1980 an 8 out of a 10 as well. Sebastian gives it a 7 out of a 10. It's good, absolutely. Yeah, I mean it's I have a Blu-ray case. I have my 4K and Blu-ray case of it, but I was in a hurry, so I found the regular DVD case of the Friday the 13th. That's just the 1 through 8 case. So yeah, a lot of people have it, Baz. But yeah, thanks for hopping on here tonight, guys. I hope I made your your Wednesday night, 1st of November night. I hope I made it a little bit more exciting and fun and funny for you guys as we're trying to get over this Halloween hangover and depression. When do you think is the right time to put up a Christmas tree? I usually put my Christmas tree up right after Thanksgiving. Asylum, help, mommy, don't let me drown. Yeah, God, I'm going to have to put that movie on now, Asylum. Hell yeah, good quote. Joel's going to go to bed. Have a good night. You as well, Joel. Thanks for joining the live stream. And we will see you tomorrow night. Yeah, Slammo, I usually put my Christmas tree up after Thanksgiving. Like the day after Thanksgiving, I start pulling out the Christmas stuff. Put up the tree. I decorate really good for Christmas, just like I do for Halloween. Chad, man, thanks for the trophy. Thanks for joining the live stream tonight, guys. Chad, man, I appreciate it. Most of Halloween was on F-13 Rush because I've never hike alone, right? So I can't wait to get back into it. Me neither. In fact, I'm going to start tonight with the original Friday the 13th before I go to sleep. Hey, good night to you, Infinite Loop. Thanks for stopping by. Polly's bringing up that it's 1-8. Good God. But like we talked about, this is the Late Show live stream chat with the Maestro Megatron. I'll continue with part 7. Got you, Anthony. I just don't have any Clark. No, I have slid off the roof before like he did, but no Clark Griswold mishaps. Polly Pumpkin Tree. I thought about that. I thought about putting an orange and black tree up for Christmas. I really feel bad for Jason. He never got to spend Christmas with his mother growing up. No, because Jason, well, he wasn't a very good swimmer. Slammo, we haven't put up a Christmas tree in 2 years. Well, this year you guys need to put one up. The Maestro Megatron insists. Because I'll be putting mine up right after Thanksgiving. I'll be doing some shows in front of the Christmas tree, and I always decorate outside the house for Chris. I put Christmas lights and projectors outside, so you guys will see my Christmas decorations like you did my Halloween. All right, Polly, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. And yes, tomorrow night we talked about the original Friday the 13th from 1980. 43 years later, revisit and review. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the live stream. This is the Late Show live stream chat with the Maestro Megatron. And we will be coming back again same time tomorrow night, and we will be talking about, discussing, and revisiting Friday the 13th Part 2, where it first introduces Jason as the killer from 1981. Hey, thank you, Baz. I appreciate that. It'll be white on your beard. Thank you. Polly has a 10-foot tree. I just have a simple little 6-foot tree. I used to have a 9-foot, but I'm not putting up a 9-foot tree anymore. It's too big, and I'm just too damn tired now. Too damn old and tired. I'll be here tomorrow, and I'll keep an eye out for shitty trolls. Thank you, Mr. Asylum. Welcome to the family of moderators, by the way. And, Baz, Slammo, Polly, Asylum, everybody that's still on here, Chad, man, you guys have a good night. We'll be back tomorrow night, same night, with the Late Show live stream chat with the Maestro Megatron. You guys have a good night. Be sure to hit the like button as you're going off, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. We'll be talking about Friday the 13th, Part 2. All right, guys, you have a good night. Sweet dreams and happy nightmares.